For the past 13 years, since his election to the House in 1998, older Americans, younger Americans, and mentally and physically challenged Americans, in other words, those who don't have a voice, as well as those seeking good, meaningful employment, have had an eloquent and forceful voice in the United States Congress, Representative John Larson. Today, I am here representing the Connecticut Alliance for Retired Americans to thank him. He isn't just the one-issue person. To thank him for protecting not just seniors, but also the children and grandchildren by supporting reform of our financial system, the Dodd-Frank bill. But let's get specific. I am here to thank him for his constant vigilance on senior issues. Whether the issue was health care reform, or prescription drug prices, or senior housing, or the critically important Medicaid funding, Representative Larson has always been on the side of the senior population. In the 111th Congress, he has given 100% support to issues deemed important by the Alliance for Retired Americans. And so, for the 571,000 Connecticut citizens on Medicare, for the 522,000 residents on Medicaid, for the 622,000 which receive Social Security checks, the average being a less than munificent $14,000, which nevertheless, for the majority, accounts for more than half of their income. For all of this, the Connecticut Alliance for Retired Americans says thank you. And that is why today, I am proud, on behalf of the thousands of Alliance members in the 1st Congressional District, to present the Senator Seato for Representative Larson, our Social Security and Medicare Hero Award. Thank you, Congressman, for all you have done to earn this award.
It's tough to put a microphone in front of a former politician and not expect them to say a few words, but believe me, it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here this morning or this afternoon now accepting this award from the Alliance, and thank you, Kevin, most appreciated. I know the Congressman certainly wishes he could be here today, but unfortunately, there are bigger fish that they're frying out in Washington right now. Let's hope the fish fry gets done before August the 2nd. The Congressman thought enough of this event. He sent his chief of staff, John Rossi, from our staff here, and Shelley Rubino from our Washington office, our press man, Christopher Licata, and Lisa Perone, who handles all the Medicare work in our office. She's a gem and a genius at it. If anybody has any problem, call Lisa, because she'll have an answer for you. You know, it's an honor again to this. I was born a block away from here on Broad Street in Christmas Day, 1929. My parents were immigrants. Never did they think I'd be here representing a congressman who's a great congressman. I used to tell everybody John was a good congressman. The day he called me and asked me to go on his payroll, he became a great congressman. And he uses that line so I can use it without offending. Again, thank you very much for the honor. Keep Medicare going. Just one little personal note. My mother lived with me when my father passed away. When she became 65, she got her Medicare card. Now, that raised all hell in our house, believe me. She had that card on the kitchen table, on the dining room table, on her bureau in the middle. Finally, I said, "Ma, give me that card." So I went out and got it laminated, and I put it on her bureau. That, you know what that meant to her? That she would not become a burden to her children or anybody else. It gave her a sense of dignity and security that nobody would ever realize. And I turned 65 16 years ago, and I got the card mailed to me. And I put it on the dining room table. 1 week went by, 2 weeks went by. My IG and Funny said, "Are you going to take that card?" You know, I'm afraid my mother's going to come down from heaven and give me a slap, because I used to tell her the card, but that's what it meant. And that card still means that much to every American today who needs that card. Let's never forget it. Once again, good luck, God bless you all, and thank you very much.
As we conclude today's really historic event, celebrating this moment. I'd like to invite Gary Thomas Vetton to come forward with our governor to take a photograph with the original check.
How long was the stay at 331? How many minutes would that buy?
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm sure I'll be seeing you some point around.
Looking forward to working with you. Thanks for the Congressman making this happen. It's really special.
Kevin.
Wondering if we could grab you just quickly. I'm wondering if you could, on a personal level, talk about how important you are to
I'm in the dark about what's really going on. Yesterday at 3 o'clock, word was sent out to the various congressional offices that there would not be a meaningful vote that day. Yet still, at 3 o'clock on CNN and all the other channels, it was reported that there was going to be a meaningful vote that day. What do those of us in the public really know about what's going on? We don't. But are we worried? Are we worried about default? Are we worried about all of the uncertainty that will create in the markets? Of course we are.
We mentioned some of the numbers for people who access or use Medicare here in Connecticut. I'm wondering if you could reiterate that.
Sure. There are 571 citizens, Connecticut citizens, on Medicare. There are 525 citizens on Medicaid, and there are 622,000 who receive Social Security checks. And again, the check is on average a less than beneficent $14,000. But for over 60% of those people, that check is over half of their income for the month. These are startling and frightening statistics.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.